Hey guys, here's everything you should know about me. I'm a fifth generation Mormon. Thank Mormon God my ancestors moved to Utah to do that. But thank actual God I'm a first generation with the internet. 15 minutes of research could save you 10% of your lifetime income when you switch to ex-Mormon. Should be on the commercial. Like, I think those missionaries are like toddlers, not because they're short, but just because they're in a knock-knock joke phase of their life. They're just not in on the joke. So I didn't learn a lot of the facts of life growing up. Now I'm behind. And, you know, like everyone's talking about cryptocurrency now, and I don't know about cryptocurrency. So I like try to type it in Google, but as soon as it goes like crypto, it's like cryptozoology. I'm like, yes. That's what I want to read about for the next 6 hours again. Oh my God, how did you know? Like, all I know is there's something called fiat currency, which is like when mom tells you what the rules are. Just the government decides, whoever's in charge decides. And then there's cryptocurrency, which is when you have to figure out without mom telling you what the rules are. So I'm saving up my cryptocurrency for a Fiat 500. But as for the cryptids, why is Bigfoot the mascot for beef jerky? Because, I mean, sure, like, cows have a lot of fur, but cows are made of fur and stupidity. And Bigfoots are made of fur and feet. That's different. Like, I don't know if you believe in Bigfoot. I don't care if you do. Like, I don't believe in Bigfoot. They never found no bones or anything. I guess I'm Bigfoot agnostic. And that's weird coming from an atheist, because I will tell you God's not real. But if you want to believe in Bigfoot, on the other hand, be my guest. There are worse things. There are worse things that some Americans believe in with less evidence. Maybe the beef jerky is Bigfoot's. That's why we never found the body. Just Bigfoot grandmas ground up in there. They take their fur off first, like they do with the cows. It's important. It's mostly beef still. Don't worry about that. There's not many Bigfoots. Big feetson? I don't know what the plural is. I know I like the conspiracy theory girls because they're used to not believing what they say. And I'm like, if you want to do your own research, I've got size 15 feet. Don't believe what they say. Does not disappoint for once. Maybe Bigfoot makes the beef jerky. That makes more sense. Sorta. I don't know. What did Bigfoots do before? Maybe they were musicians. You know, Bigfoot, big pianist. Living in harmony with indigenous peoples for thousands of years. More than 2,600 years people have been here, Mormons. Why do I say piano playing Bigfoot? I think it's great. They do live in harmony. Like, I don't know, if your cramps are too bad, you can go over to Bigfoot, and Bigfoot's gonna play you a John T. Scott Joplin tune. It's called ragtime music for a reason. But I don't think so. Bigfoot doesn't have a stove, right? Because you just can't be carrying around an oven when you gotta be like over there, no matter where I'm standing. Always that far away. So I learned in elementary school, because we didn't really have a curriculum, that it takes... This is Livingston, Montana. Come on now. It takes hours to make beef jerky. He doesn't have an oven. He's got to build a fire. Bigfoot can't be tending a fire because then a column of smoke comes up. And again, Americans need less evidence to believe some shit's going on than catching Bigfoot from a column of smoke. They'll just go to Washington anytime. One of the Washingtons, or maybe it's beef jerky kind of tastes like feet. I don't know. That's all I could come up with. We're still in a pandemic. No one wants to talk about it. Not COVID. I don't care. You don't care either. Don't start with it. Give me a C. Give me an O. It's cooties. Cooties is running rampant. I've given some of you cooties just by being in the room. I know, because when I was 7, we moved to a new town, and I thought I could benefit from reinventing myself, which has remained true my whole life. And I was gonna figure out, everything about my life. I was gonna go to that prophet on the playground, Sarah with the H in my generation. She had the folded paper, predict how many rooms are gonna be in your house. She overshot that shit. How many kids you're gonna have, or how many abortions you're gonna do. I mean, not personally, I'm not a doctor, but that one was a good estimate. She said, no, you can't have my prophecy services, diviner and soothsayer. Those are big words for 2nd grade. I don't know where you found that in the curriculum. You have cooties, Tom. I'm like, is it the fact that I always wear maroon spandex bicycle shorts all the time? She still wouldn't tell me. So I went over to the doctor on the other side of the playground, and I was like, Dr. Sarah, and she was like, it's Sarah with no H. She's like, Dr. Sarah, I need a cooties shot, get me a little of that circle, dot, dot. Which I only found out 2 years ago from telling this joke is boobs. Maybe why I have cooties. Because what she said was very important. I guess a lot of people never learn this. You can't get a cootie shot. You can't get a vaccine to protect you from something you already have. Like cooties. And then, past puberty, you can't even perform a cootie shot. That'd be weird. It's like being in the Vienna Boys choir. It ends. Someone else takes up the mantle of cooties prevention. And by the time I was 13, I had that paper out, and I spent all my money on Dockers. It was still a rural community. And I wore the Dockers on my paper route, on my bike, and didn't shower, and wore them to school. It's better than bicycle shorts, but definitely a lifelong case of cooties. But cooties are made by adults. I mean, it's a social construct of gender, and they'll say things, like, oh, you're a boy, you like trucks. You're a girl, you like dolls. You're a boy, maybe it's just me, you should follow the teachings of the prophet Joseph Smith. You're a girl, you should follow a husband who follows the teachings of the prophet Joseph Smith. All because that guy wrote a fan fiction. He said it in the popular Bible universe. Some people in the Jesus fandom decided it was canon. So they'd have their own Jesus cons and go cosplay as Little House on the Prairie and a high school debate team. So I never got a taste for coffee. But look, if I'm a boy and I give someone boy cooties, saying she's a girl, and then she gives someone girl cooties, pretty sure that was just trans cooties. But then he gives her boy cooties and back and forth, that's gender fluid cooties. People are uncomfortable with that because you get gender fluid cooties on your arm, it drips down. Gonna turn your nails very pretty, but with the dirt under them like Micro from Dirty Jobs. Get it in your eye, it's just perfect smoky eye. I don't identify with the gender. I just found out like 6 months ago you do that. And it suited me because I don't do manly things like talk about how big my dick is. Or how hard it gets when I talk about changing transmission fluid on a semi. I don't really do girly things either. I'm not like, oh, gaslighting's so bad, but I'm pissed at you from something you did in a dream. Now let's sing along to that Carrie Underwood song. Talk about how bad stalking exes are. I don't know. It's cool. I can go to therapy now and I'm not a guy. Like I would identify with a level 1 bard spell slot. But I don't have a pearl costing at least 100 gold pieces. And I don't want to do that many quests to get that. I hate going on quests. My friend was like, you should go to Pride. And I was like, why? I'm not proud of things I don't have. Like, oh, I don't have a sunburn. I'm so proud that I played World of Warcraft all day again and didn't go in the sunshine. Sure am proud I didn't stub my toe on that fucking cabinet again. I'm proud there's no ketchup in my fridge because I left it on the counter. I'm proud that I don't have AIDS. And he was like, maybe you shouldn't go to Pride. I was sensitive about that one, it turned out. My problem is there's all these pride flags, right? I don't have a problem with pride flags. I have a problem with one of them, which is the Agender Pride flag. It's the Rick and Morty pride flag. And much like gender, I don't want to talk about Rick and Morty when other people are allowed to talk. You've got the blackness of space, the white of Rick's lab coat, the gray of Rick's hair, and the institution green of the vomit on Rick's chin. That's not a good flag. That's not a good flag at all. But I did find out I have autism, and what I did when I found that out was, like anyone would do, rock back and forth in my chair. For a really long time. Trying to decide where to post about it on Reddit. These are the important moments in our lives. And there's this other one called Autigender. And you're learning now. It's agender, but it's because you're autistic, so you just don't like being in groups. You don't care. Like, no one relates to me, I don't relate to them. Fuck you. That one sucks too, so all I'm going to do, if I ever go to Pride, is take the Agender Pride flag and right there on that white stripe, I'm going to applicate a sick-ass train. It'll be beautiful. Because really, that's what I'm doing. I mean, talk to a guy who's like, what's your pronouns? And he's like, I don't believe in pronouns, there's men and women. I'm like, look, dude, the manliest thing you can do in your life is say, my pronouns are he, him. That's manly. You just said you're a man. Good job. Like, you got the talking about changing transmission fluid, and you got he, him right there. Mine are he, him, because I don't ever want to talk about it. I'm just grabbing onto the coattails of the patriarchy, you know? Just water skiing around on this lake of privilege, setting up a spray of performative social justice activism in my woke. I'm Thomas Blake. Good night.